You understand? Then moving to video directors too. Video directors have their own role to play too. As much as it is so expensive, it's so expensive to actually to shoot videos. Okay, the equipment you want to use, the props and all that, you know, you can still shoot a standard video. See, go to Kenya. Kenya will shoot a video with a camcorder, and edit it nicely. It will be played on Trace TV, MTV Base, Africa. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Nigeria will tell you must go rent a Canon, whatever name. They ask you go and get one, whatever Magic. They ask you to go and get you hear so many names of cameras. And by the time they're giving you that bill, you are paying close to 10 million naira to shoot a video. So you end up in the industry. The director is making a mistake that, one, you are grounding yourself. Two, you don't have much content to push. What makes your archives as a video director is when you're able to shoot for both young and old. When you're able to shoot for both stars, big stars, and long time. Because you see some video directors, let them show you their catalog. You only find 3 names in their catalog. Olamide, Wizkid, Davido. That's it. And you say you have a catalog. You don't have a catalog. You get what I'm saying? So when you are talking about the catalog, they must have wide varieties of names. You get what I'm saying? So where people can unpick and say, oh, he shot that guy, it's also for your own good. So one way or the other, there are ways we can shoot video, we can make the industry cheaper and affordable and still make points.
Okay. And
still be able to be professional. So there's so much. Like if I begin to go into it, it's terrible. You understand? It's terrible. They've destroyed the industry has been bastardized. But I feel a lot of things gonna get better. Many things gonna get better. For music producers too, I wouldn't lie to you. See, as a music producer, I have people who call me like, bro, can I get this producer's name, number? And I give them, and the person calls me back and say, bro, what's wrong with this guy now? If a producer me finish, if he sure say that song go blow, how can you be charging me 1 million naira to do a song? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. When you charge 1 million naira to produce a song, the video director charges 5 million naira to shoot that video or just that one song, then he's now facing the hyenas of OAPs to play on radio when a radio station is charging you 5 million naira to play on their morning, afternoon, and evening belts. You know, then check how many radios you want to pay 5 million naira. Please, how much are you making in the industry? Let's be realistic. Even with the big brands, even with the MTN, the Star, the Nigerian Breeze, how much do they want to pay you for a show? And before they begin to pay you for that kind of money for a show, you must actually have attained a particular height in your career to get some particular amount of money. Don't you know about how many brands that is in Nigeria? We know how many brands that exist in Nigeria whereby we know how much they put. You know how much they give artists that we just loud it on the internet and making people feel like it's good, like there's big money. It's stipends. So we need to realize that we are all black people. We all live in the same hood. We are neighbors to each other. We are the only ones that can make our industry good and better. We cannot keep killing it every day. When you keep them, we now look at the industry and say the government. What's the government? We are the ones to fix this industry. If we don't fix it, nobody's gonna fix it. If we don't fix it, nobody's gonna fix it. So trust me, calling one name and saying we are the one who has to study this industry ourselves. At least me, I single-handedly pick a Timaya that nobody knows from anywhere. You know, picked him up from a talent hunt, and he's a superstar today. You understand? I single-handedly picked a Kefi, you know, that nobody actually ever about. Kefi, blessed memory, you know, is a star. I single-handedly picked a Clever J that nobody knows from nowhere, and he's a star. You get what I'm saying? So, look at the years, see as it works. If it was possible for me to do so much more, I would have done. But you know, the few ones I've been able to do, you know, it's serious. It's serious. So everybody needs to sit up, and CEOs like you are the ones to lecture these boys you guys put together and employ, because they are destroying even the brand of the company. Imagine like somebody in Sound City who collect some. I had an issue at a particular time with a particular person. I don't want to mention his name, and almost destroyed. He was collecting so much money from the artist, from the label. The label owner happens to be my friend. You know, we grew up school together, and he owns a label, and he pays that particular station manager like 1.2 every time he releases a video, and he gives him another 500,000 for the boys in the control room. On that particular time, he went on vacation. So they put another, they they slot a new video, and he came from the vacation and just went into the control room and deleted it. Apparently, the 500 that my friend has been giving them to play, to give the boys, has not even been getting to them. So for the first time, the guys are getting the 500,000 directly by themselves. So they felt so much loyalty that they needed to call the label. They called the label that person has deleted your video, you know. And I just joined the team of the company, and I called that guy. He didn't pick his phone, you know. And I had to call the CEO of the company, which is TJ. I had to call him like, bro, there's this guy, and he was like, are you sure? This and that. Yes. And I did a conference call with him and the label owner. He was disappointed, you know. On that particular point, they had to do free airing of, because I was almost doing an album launch for the artists. They did a free airplay, did all that for free. So this is what destroying the industry, you know. So it's left for the CEOs to actually educate. A big thanks to Ayo Animashaun. When you enter his office, you see it by his door that you shouldn't give any dime to anybody to play a song in the station. If you do, you do it at your own detriment, you know. So, but in all, as much as he has made that a law or a rule in his office, you still feel some of them will still sabotage you. Like, Shebi, now you no want pay money now. Those one where they pay money, they don't get sense. They be idiots. It's sad. It's sad.
How about the artists themselves? Churning out music.
I told you about the artists. The artists have their own issues.
Okay.
The issue the artists have is the fact that most of them they choose to believe that they're like one-way wagon, you know, whereby once an artist come out today with a song that is making sense, every other artist follow that same brand of music until they drown that style of music. That is what is killing the Nigerian artist. You know, some people play some songs.
All the beats sounds.
Everything sounds similar. Same thing. That's the point. So they finish it, they kill it. You know, I don't know. Like I said, the industry was sweeter then. Now it's no more sweeter. Everybody's just doing music. At that time, you have some people that actually do majorly hip hop music. Who is doing hip hop again? That's the reason why South African music is still enjoyable, because they still have. Yes. I said now what guys do all the time now is just keep doing repetitions. You know, when somebody's able to make a beat, when they find a young guy able to make a hit, you see 101 people with dazzled into that kind of sound. You know, same beat. You know, and somebody come out and say, okay, I'm a producer of so thing. I made Zanku beat. I make Alantan beat. I made this one. You know, so everybody's now laying claims to one thing or the other. You know, but in the course of it, what's happening to the sound? The sound is just one way. And ask any Nigerian artist now, what kind of music would you say? I do Afro music. Everybody does Afro now. This one say Afro R&B. That one say Afro pop. This one say Afro, different Afro. It's sad, you know. So it's because of lost content. There's no ideology of what you want to do, the kind of music you want to deliver. How do you want to be seen? You get what I'm saying? Music is thrown away. You call somebody like Asha. Asha has a brand of music. You get what I'm saying? Asha has a brand of music. So when you hear her, she doesn't sing like a Wizkid. But anytime she's in town, I like she doesn't sing in Nigeria, she's in Paris. You know, but when she comes to Nigeria, she hosts a show, it sells out. You understand?
Yeah.
It sells out. So, but see us. Everybody's doing the same sound. The same sound. And you know the worst part again, our OAP will be deceiving you. Have you heard this brand new song? It's bad, it's this, it's that. And when you hear that song, you'll be asking, is it Wizkid that is singing? And it's not Wizkid though. It's one new boy. And it's sounding like this. And funny enough, I see that new boy, put him on an interview and ask him, what kind of music do you do? Where do you get inspiration from? You know, my inspiration is original, you know, it is and that. I'm like, oh boy, talk on. You picked all of two with his accent, everything you put back into your song, and you say you're original. Original from where? You get what I'm saying? Original from where? Yeah. I can understand we don't have the right body to actually checkmate all these things. But as much as you want to do this, let's try and help ourselves. Let's try and keep the industry moving good.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. So
okay, see, I can see Queen Ayobalogun saying hi there.
Yeah.
See, what does she do? She does her live music. You get what I'm saying? So no, it's not shaking about it. We have a lot of good genre of music in Nigeria. We have Fuji, we have high life, we have reggae, we have pop, different kind of sound. But you know, our guys just feel, I won't blame them again, no. You understand? Because like I said, our OAP has contributed to a lot of it. So right now, go and give our OAP a reggae song. He will call you behind and say, bro, that song is good, though. But you know, they hear that kind of thing Whiskey they sing. If you do something like that, you get. So it's sad. So I'm so sorry that I'm eating at the OAP so much. They actually hold a very vital role in making this industry fly or die. So everybody that owns a mic, that owns a microphone on TV, on radio, if you understand the power you carry, you will do what is right. Like Timaya, when I bought Timaya, some OAP didn't want to play. They said the songs were local. You understand? That was good. I like that criticism at that time because you know what? Because there was a style of music people were enjoying and they wanted to listen to at that time. You get what I'm saying? So it was understandable that you can say Timaya's song was local. And the person that said it that time, I won't forget his name, is this guy that told me then. It was Odisa that told me.
Okay.
You know? It wasn't that said the song was local then. Because he had the kind of style of music they play on Beat FM at that time, you know? And I looked at it like, okay, fine, I understand. This is the brand you guys want to create. But okay, I am producing more of an Nigerian kind of African sound, you know? So if you can't fit into that place, at least you should be able to fit somewhere. And I walked up to a radio station called Star FM. And DJ Bombastic was one on OAP, major OAP then, you know? And he single-handedly blew Timaya on Star FM, you know? Every other radio station, Ripper and the rest of them started picking it up and all that. So, you know, for other artists too, the reason I'm saying this is because if you have a good style of music you want to do, please do not deviate because somebody is doing this other one. If this radio don't play you, that radio will play you. And note, we have over 36 radio stations in Lagos. The 36 can't play you at once. If you're able to identify yourself with just 5 can play your song, it's fine. It's fine. Music is not about doing a song today and you want to be a Whiskey tomorrow. It's going to take time. It's going to take that. Just keep pushing it. It's going to take you to that point. So we did not just come today and boom. Unless they forget. When I said 19 years ago, there was no internet. You know, it was a direct marketing. This interview I'm having with you right now, I will drive down to your office on that express to have that interview. I will drive down there. You get what I'm saying? So, and if we are releasing a song, we will drive down to Alaba to go and see a marketer. I will sit down with you listening section. We do a lot. So it was a lot that we went through at that moment. So it is easy right now. But now that it's easy, now they are doing more trash than good. You get?
Yeah, I get.
They're doing more trash than good. You know, I don't know. It's not easy. I wouldn't lie to you. They're doing very well. They're trying their best. To even steal somebody's style of music or brand is a major one. I give you kudos. It's not easy. So, but for you to be able to achieve that is a hard work. Look at that time. Then we'll begin to look for DJs one after the other. I better play my song. I better play my song. I better play my. See, now it's easy. It was war. It was war then. So that's why I tell young guys, as much as you want to get to that point right now, you must do your assignment so you can have a solid foundation. So when you are not A again, at least if you're going to fall down, you won't fall less than C.
Yeah.
But now check a lot of them. They do a song today, it gets to that top, bam, blue, hit. And in the next 3 months, they're already rushing to the studio again. Like, that song they blow again. Make a rental studio, you know? What's the potential that your song have? Why are you rushing all around? What's the potential that your song have? If your song has the right potential, why are you running up and kill on Lekiri? You get? So that's the point. So they've lost that vibe. So that's the reason why you see a song every day. They are releasing new songs every day. The fans that you are feeding the song, are they mad? They've not even assimilated one. They've not assimilated one. One has not entered them. You say, now back to back. Who are the back to back you are giving to? Who are those people back to back? Like I am here right now, I'm not going to mention names. You see some few artists that you think that they are A-star. You see them in your DM, sending bros, I beg, get me posts. You know? And you look at it like, okay, and you guys are being celebrated. They feel like you're so superstar called, you know? But basically, I'm not this interview to actually bring anybody down, to tell anybody low or make them feel less of themselves. They are doing great. But the reason why I'm saying all this is because I'm one of the pioneers in this industry. and I do not want it to fall. You understand? Because it's much more than just the awards that I have on my shelves. It's much more that that we need to do. If you're talking about Obasanjo today, they're talking about this tomorrow. People are reckoning with them. These are people that actually took hard work. Leave the corruption. Let's put the corruption by the side. These are people that did hard work to get this country to where it is today. So if we don't do this work today, what would my son meet? My son might not even do music, or my daughter might not do music. But if we don't fix it, who will fix it for us? That's why I still fire the arrow to the CEOs too. Do your assignment. Don't be too big. You guys, how many companies do you have? You understand? You have you have a TV station, you have a radio station, and you have some other businesses like that. I'm sure you have the love for it. That's the reason why you're doing. Music is for the love. So if what you're doing, for you to be seated here, you have so many journalists that work under you. You can as well just walk by the side and just say, okay, go and run that interview. Yeah. But you are seated there because of the love you have for your job, and this is what you're doing. So every CEO should do the same thing. Checkmate their staffs, know what they are doing, see how your industry or your company or where you are is helping the industry to the next level. If you are not, if you have been on a level for over 2-3 years, and if you are doing well, man, check yourself. You need to try and fix yourself.
That's interesting. Thank you very much.